3 years ago, Jonny challenged me to our first ever custom battle.
Yeah, I challenged Vick at a custom battle, and everyone doubted me. But guess what? I won.
The theme for the first battle was Marvel vs. DC on a pair of Air Force One highs.
Vick tried with the Suicide Squad, but just like the movie, his shoe was a flop. I mean, the paint was cool, but that's about it. Haha.
I won with DC, Jonny won with Marvel. Ultimately, Jonny took it just because of that thermal paint trick.
The thermal paint was just the beginning. This time, I'm going all out.
Jonny might be creative, but there's only room for one customizer here at Reshoevnator.
It's time for Custom Battle Part 2. I am here with BK. We're going to start prepping for Custom Battle Part 2. Some of you guys may know, some of you guys don't. BK was my coach for the first Custom Battle, which we totally killed. BK, go ahead and tell them where they can find you, bro.
All social media, Brittish Kustoms. That's British with 2 T's, Customs with a K.
Alright, bro. So you ready for this new one?
Let's go.
It's crazy, man. So the people voted, and it's video game theme. And that's my round. I love video games. I game it every day as much as possible. When I get home after work, I try to get at least an hour in, right? So this is my round. So I have printouts here of, I guess you would say, my top games over the past 10, 15 years. I just don't know what we're gonna do yet.
Whew.
So let's go ahead and start off with Halo, bro. So Halo 2 is my all-time favorite game of all time. Unfortunately, Halo 2 didn't have any good wallpapers, so we're gonna go with Halo 3.
Cool.
Next up is Call of Duty Black Ops. This is like the first time we got introduced to zombies. I guess there was a game before that, but Black Ops is really where it took off for me. I don't know if you know this map.
I don't.
But this is called Rust.
Rust.
And for those true gamers who play Modern Warfare 2, no. This is where you settled all the beef, bro. Call of Duty is one of those games where you used to trash talk in the lobbies, right? Bad, like real bad. You used to say, yo, 1v1 me at Rust, bro. And I can't tell you how many dubs I took. I'm dirty, bro. When I say I'm dirty, I'm dirty. This one takes me back to my childhood. And that's Pokemon Yellow Edition with Pikachu. Then we go on to God of War 3. Bro, this game right here on the PlayStation was crazy for me. Like, God of War 3 is, to me, the best God of War game. Now we're taking it way back again, BK. And I think everyone knows this game right here, right? And I'm taking it back to the GameCube with Super Smash Bros. Melee, bro. I can't tell you how many times as a kid I stayed up with my cousins just mobbing it on Super Smash Bros, bro.
That's the one game I still play.
You still play that? Yeah, that's the
game.
one game that'll never get old, I think. And I think a lot of people slept on this game, bro. And a lot of people probably don't even remember it. But this is like, my wife and I got our first apartment, right? I was like 18, 19. And this is the game we used to play a lot, right? And I had like my son, and we used to just play this like literally every time we got. And that's Little Big Planet. And then last but not least, Fortnite, right? Everyone knows Fortnite. I got back on gaming, and that gave me the old feeling of Halo 2 days, right? Because when I started playing Halo 2, that was like at the beginning of Xbox Live. Like that was like new, you know, and that was like revolutionary, which seems like forever ago. And of course, we gotta do the self-portrait of my Twitch. You know what I mean? Because now this is where I'm at in today's day and age, where I play Warzone majority of the time and Fall Guys on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Jonny Bubbles. So make sure you go and follow me there. So I think it'd be funny to throw a little portrait of me on there, if there's room and if there's time.
We'll make room. We'll make time.
So I just came up with the games. I don't really know what I want to do, but I know we got to do something crazy because Vick's gonna come full force. He downplayed us last time, thought he was gonna win, took a fat L, so I know he's gonna come heavy.
Definitely.
I don't know if you have any ideas, but let's definitely get cracking.
I've got a few.
Cool. So we have everything laid out, right? I want to know, like, what is your creative brain thinking right now?
Well, just want to go as big as possible,
That's
obviously.
it. Yeah.
I'm thinking like adding some material to the shoe because you know Vic's probably going to do something like that. If we can incorporate lights, thermal paint, that's a must.
Yeah, this one here, I want the thermal paint for sure.
Let's narrow it down to 5 or 6.
Okay, so this is for sure. Halo's for sure.
Okay.
For sure. That's 3. Super Smash Bro. And
okay.
What are your thoughts?
We might be able to squeeze them both in. How about we put him right in the llama? No, I think that's good. I think that's a good basis to go off of.
So that works.
I remember you were saying something about you wanted to do something with like a gaming controller.
Yeah, so we need that wow factor, right? We can't just rely on paint like we did last time.
Right.
Essentially what I'm wanting to do is deconstruct an Xbox controller and put it in the shoe.
All the components
All
in
the
the
components. So essentially, thumbstick,
shoe. Okay.
right? Buttons, A, B, X, Y. Yeah, I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but I think we can get it done. And I think that's where it'll set it off. Like, can you imagine just plugging in and I'm just mobbing it
on your shoe?
With the custom shoe?
I think we're right there. We got a good base. We got the video games we're going to use. It'll just be looking up some pictures, making some stencils, and then the rest of it,
It's history.
we'll figure it out, yeah.
Cool, man.
All right, BK, appreciate you, brother. I'll see you. Yeah. All right, guys, that's it. I went ahead and wrapped it up with BK, getting the initial idea ready for the shoe. There's a lot going on. I hope we can execute it, guys, because it's a lot. I don't want to say everything because there's some stuff that you guys didn't see that I want to incorporate on the shoe. But if I execute it, it's gonna be crazy, guys. So next step, go to Many Worlds, get to work, and let's get working on this custom. Let's go.
Okay, game on, you guys. I have a very limited amount of time to get this custom fully completed. I know Jonny and British are working on the custom right now. They are two creative, talented individuals, so I know they're doing something super dope, just like they did with the first time. For this custom, you guys, I'm thinking about going with the Nintendo 64 theme. Nintendo 64 is my all-time favorite. To this day, I still play it. Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros., Donkey Kong, I'm the best at all those games. So I'm gonna include some of those elements onto the shoe. What I'm thinking about doing is removing the swooshes and adding a Thunderbolt. I'm not exactly sure what direction I'm gonna take it with. Either go straight Nintendo 64 console or Nintendo 64 console with a Pokemon Pikachu effect. Again, I don't know exactly yet what I wanna do. Once I lay down the Thunderbolts, I'll have a better idea of what the next step's gonna be.
All right, guys, it is now the next day. BK and I are in the studio, and it's time for us to get started. BK, tell us about the stencils you went ahead and made, bro.
Well, we went ahead and made your face extra big, extra crispy. We got the Pikachu. We got God of War.
Bro, you weren't playing with these stencils.
No, we're going big.
They're huge.
We're going big.
And Halo Master Chief.
Halo Master Chief.
Okay.
We got Call of Duty.
So we got a lot of stencils there. They're bigger than I expected them to be honest with you. That's a lot bigger than the last time we did it. I did like a stencil that was maybe like 2 inches,
Yep.
right?
This will be a lot easier. This will be a lot
huge.
easier.
All right, let's hope it is. We also got some little straps here, some Levi straps that we're gonna put on the shoe for like our Mario theme. And then we have our Xbox remote that we're using for some inspiration as well. Next step is to go ahead and tape off the midsole. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with this automotive tape right here that British went ahead and put me on 3 years ago. This stuff right here works really good to get that fine, crisp line. And then we're gonna cover up the midsole with this Scotch tape. While I'm doing that, he's gonna continue getting those stencils ready for us. Since we are short on time, we wanna make sure we knock this out together. So let's go ahead and get to taping.
Thunderbolts on both sides of the shoe are nicely laid down. So far, so good. So the next step we're gonna do is install our controller sockets from the Nintendo 64. I have this broken down Nintendo. It doesn't work, so I had no problem breaking it apart. The insides are right here. I went ahead and snapped off this piece. Simply what we're gonna do is install it on the sides of the shoe. It's a little sketch because I'm gonna have to drill some really big holes on the side. We'll see how it turns out. I'm a little nervous.
Next, we're gonna do your face on the back.
Okay.
I got these stencils made up. It's a little process I do to get that 3D effect. So we're gonna start with this one. We're gonna go lightest to darkest.
Cool. And guys, if you guys want to see like an in-depth detail of how to get like that 3D shadow effect that we're mentioning, go ahead and check out BK's channel. We'll have a link in the description below. He'll be putting out a video soon, so stay tuned. How's that look?
Yep, looks good.
But that's what the first initial stencil is gonna look like. Then we're gonna paint it, right? Apply another stencil, paint it, 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 another stencil, paint it. But once we go ahead and finish that, we'll go ahead and move on to the rest of the stencils, guys. So let me go ahead and peel this one off and get started.
All right, guys, the Master Chief vinyl is down. As you can see, it is massive. It takes over this whole side panel here, but I'm super excited to see the end result. BK, what are your thoughts on this, bro?
It's big, but it's gonna look good.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, but we are gonna go ahead and move on after this is done to putting Kratos on the toe box and then our Call of Duty on this side as well. And we got a couple other surprises that we cannot say, but just know that when this shoe's done, it's gonna probably look really sick.
Real sick.
All right, guys, Kratos has been put down. I went ahead and hit that base layer. It's really light. We wanted to go light with this one right here just because Kratos is more of like that light kind of colored texture to him. So we want to go as close as possible to the actual image. But now, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and reveal Master Chief real quick. I'm gonna pull off this vinyl and let's see how it looks. That's the dream right there, BK.
And it was just an idea that turned into reality.
I went ahead and removed all the stencils from this left side. As you can see, there's a first stencil of what's gonna be me, Master Chief, and of course Kratos right here. It doesn't look like much, but we're gonna go ahead and keep working on it for the next couple of hours. We're gonna cover this so when we come back tomorrow and we work on the Call of Duty side, it doesn't ruin it for anyone. Even just the outline of Master Chief right now is super crazy to me. Like the level of detail that we're gonna get into this, it's sick.
It's gonna be a good one.
Cool, man. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, or I guess in video time.
Right now.
Right now. All right, guys, we are back. It is now the next day. As you can see, we went ahead and wrapped the entire left side of the shoe so you guys don't see what we're working on. Now it's time to put the Call of Duty stencil right here on this little side panel. Just waiting till you guys see what we're working on with that, you know? That's all I'm gonna say. But the next step, guys, is to head over to Brittish's house because I have to use the sewing machine. Now, the one thing I can tell you guys is I'm gonna use Mario, I guess, overall straps on the shoe, but I have to stitch them first so that way you can see the Mario theme. I'm gonna take the GoPro with me so that way you guys can see that whole step. So let's go.
Hey!
All right, guys, we are at BK's house. Now, next step is to get on this sewing machine. I've never sewed before, so we're gonna do a little quick practice run on this little patch here. But the goal is to be able to stitch all the red on this little Levi, which is gonna represent Mario, bro. You ready to teach me?
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
Here's a quick update on where we're at. The 2 holes that I drilled on the side of the shoe came out pretty good. Came out better than I expected without having to draw anything out, measure anything, or use any stencil. I went in, drilled a hole, and then afterwards I used like a little sand bit to smooth out the circles. Again, I'm surprised on how well it came out. Later on in this video, I'll go ahead and insert the ports for the controller inside the shoe. Right now we're gonna focus on some taping. I already went ahead and taped off the sole, working on the tongue right now. Gonna do a little bit more taping and then we're gonna go ahead and lay down our first color. Yellow's good to go, you guys. We laid it down on the inside of the sock liner. We also took care of both bolts on both sides of the shoe and this back area. Now we're gonna lay down some blue paint using my paintbrush, pretty much everywhere on the white areas and areas where I got yellow overspray. So far so good. We got the yellow and the blue laid down. Looks pretty clean so far. We also went ahead and laid down the screws that was originally in the Nintendo 64 console on both sides of the shoe. Now the next thing we're gonna do is lay down our port for the controllers. This is gonna go on the inside of the shoe. We're gonna glue it down using some super stick. The controller ports are nicely inside the shoes, you guys. That came out perfect. This was by far the sketchiest step of this whole custom. Now that that's out the way, everything else should be cake. The next step we're gonna do is lay down our Pikachu stencil that's gonna go in this area. There's a couple of surprises to this stencil, but I'll show you guys that later. This is how it's looking so far, you guys. Again, we got the Pikachu laid down, took care of all the details, also installed LED lights. We got the tail, We got the controller ports inside. We also went ahead and added these 2 screws to the back to match both sides of the shoe. So far, so good. This is starting to look like a Nintendo 64 Pokemon Edition shoe. And the next step we're gonna do is more stencils. We got our Pokemon logo stencil right here, and that is gonna go back here. This is a 2-piece stencil, so we're gonna have to break it up into 2 parts. Pokemon air on the back looks super crispy, you guys. Now onto the toe box. We already went ahead and added our Pokemon stencil to it. That's just part 1 of it. Once we're done laying down the red paint on the top portion of it, we'll lay down this stencil. We'll lay down a hot pink base coat first, and then we'll lay down the red, just so it could lay down a lot easier and it could pop a little bit more. So my guess for this custom, I'm gonna have the better one, but since Johnny's the underdog and he has British on his side, and you guys can't see the details in person, we'll see how it goes. I don't know, kind of how I thought it was gonna go last time, but I don't know, we'll see.
All right, guys, I am back in the studio. As you just seen, I learned how to sew at Brittish's house to get one of the details down. But just to go ahead and recap, I went ahead and applied all the stencils and painted the entire shoe, and that's almost done. I went ahead and sewed on the material that you guys seen from the GoPro image. Now I gotta work on the last and final step, where the inspiration came from it all, which is this remote. I'll see you guys at the finish line.
Update time. We got the Pikachu laid down, connected it with a Thunderbolt. Looks pretty sick so far. Now, on to one of the cooler steps. As you noticed, I left the cheeks unpainted. They're supposed to be red. I'll take care of that later. What I'm gonna do now is drill some holes into Pikachu's cheeks so we can insert our red LED lights. So far so good, crushing Johnny in this competition. I already went ahead and grabbed our LED lights. Super easy. I get these from evandesigns.com. Just an LED light and our switch. You simply put the cell battery or battery cell in here. Comes with the switch. You just wire them up. Super easy, and then just click it on and you get these lights on. I already went ahead and installed them on the shoe. Can't tell where they're at, huh? Right there. Right there on Pikachu's cheeks. Let's turn it on. Pretty sick. Getting there, you guys. We're almost done. I'm pretty sure Johnny's done with his. I'm doing the final touches on my shoe for the grand reveal.
What's up, Victor?
So, Jonathan,
Nice
couldn't
to
get an
see
Air
you
Force
again.
One box?
No, you actually had to loan me this because I brought my shoe in a t-shirt. Before we open the box up, I just want to say thank you for another competition. I know I said this 3 years ago, but I'm gonna say this again. This is my last time, Victor. I'm never doing this
Better be
again.
the last time, Johnny.
16-hour days, and 1 week later.
Yeah, shout out to Johnny though, because he was running many roles the whole entire time.
Crazy.
When he wasn't working there, he was either working on the custom, opening shop, closing shop, and then working on the custom. So,
Yeah.
dude, that's a lot. That's a lot of work.
But shout out to BK for helping me out. You know, BK was the pioneer that brought everything together.
I mean, he's not the one that did the custom again?
Oh, wow. You guys keep saying that, and I'm going to say it again, bro. Michael Jordan had a coach, and no one discredited him for it. BK's my coach, so don't discredit
Bill
me.
Jackson wasn't out there shooting the ball.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
MJ.
Who was writing out the plan, though? BK was writing out the plan.
Nintendo 64 is my all-time favorite console. To this day, I still play it all the time. It's what I grew up with, so of course, this is Nintendo 64 inspired.
Which we already knew.
Pokemon Nintendo 64. You got the Pokeball, the Thunderbolt sewed on. Pikachu connects to that Thunderbolt.
Sick.
Ports to the controller. Nintendo 64, of course. We got all the screws from the actual Nintendo 64 console. Got the Pokemon Air. Got the switches on the inside, Nintendo. And I'll reveal the little hidden secret when you show off yours. That's it though, you guys.
Honestly, bro, you killed it.
Thank you, sir.
You killed it. Oh, snap. Let's see it happen, dude.
Brought 2 controllers so I can whoop you on here too. I guess I'll show the hidden trick now. Just power it on.
I knew you were doing something with lights, bro. That is so sick.
This thing is powered on, y'all.
That is so sick, bro. You got the little cheeks, the Pokeball.
Monday I had to just kind of go with the flow. So
Yeah, I mean, for not having a game plan, I think you killed it.
thank you, sir.
You know, you definitely executed really well. You have the power button here and the reset. This is sick. Where's the cartridge, bro? Gotta get it started. I started with 50, but I had to go down to like 5 games. That
50 games?
Yes. So I had to go down to like the like most top, I guess you would say. How many are there? There's 4 games on there that like really mattered to me and that really helped me get through like having a kid at 17, you know, and just kind of grinding out throughout the years. And even to now, like after a stressful day at work, I go home and I mob it.
Yep.
So video games to me is like huge. So with that being said, I definitely didn't do as clean of a job as you. Okay.
I'm sure you got something creative.
Like we said, hours, there wasn't enough time in the day. But
it's pretty interesting.
there's a lot going on, dude. There's a lot going on.
You got the buckles on and everything, dude.
So to start, you took my idea.
You actually got the controller. So
And
you
the
got the
control.
controller.
The Xbox controller is in the shoe, and it's actually functioning.
So you can actually turn it on. Where's the Xbox?
Yeah, I don't have the Xbox with
Oh,
me,
man.
but
So I don't know if it works.
it works. Trust me, it works. I'll show
Alright.
you. We'll cue gameplay with the remote actually working. It actually works within the shoe.
You actually have a pretty good grip on that thing.
Yeah, the only thing is, we don't have any
Z.
triggers, right? But this isn't practical. I'm not gonna go and play Call of Duty with this, right? But if we wanted to, like, I could revamp the buttons to shoot and whatever the case may be. But this is a functioning controller. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you exactly what's on here. So starting with Halo, as you can see, Master Chief. Now, before the remote was in there was a really good outline of Master Chief, and you could see him inside a bubble. And once we put the remote in, it just kind of took away from it. But he's there, right? And that's Master Chief from Halo 3. But Halo 2 and Halo 3 were like my favorite Halo games growing up. I can't tell you how many hours I spent just playing that. And then you move on to my Twitch channel, which, as you know, I like to Twitch stream. It's really fun. That's my, like I said.
Yeah, see every night almost.
Yeah, you just see me play, mob it. I'm hoping to have you on one day. Maybe we'll have you on
That means California,
after
man.
this video. California, I don't live that far, Victor. Literally 30 minutes from you. So I have my twitch.tv/Jonny Bubbles, so make sure you follow me on Twitch right there, you know, quick little plug. Moving on to the toe box, we have Kratos from God of War. Obviously the straps are from Mario, right?
I see that now.
So the straps are Mario's little straps,
I see
right, with
that.
his shirt underneath. I couldn't throw him on. It was just too much.
That's
right?
creative though. That's super creative.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little much.
It's
Right?
creative.
It's a little much, but I wanted to throw Mario on there just because Mario obviously is like the game that everyone, I would say most people probably start off playing, right? And Black Ops, man, zombies. I can't tell you, like zombies, bro. I used to go over to my friend's house after work, closing at In-N-Out at like 2 in the morning, and we would just play all night. And then last but definitely not least,
Of course, you gotta throw
Pokemon,
Pikachu on there, right?
Pokemon. So Pikachu, obviously, growing up, I didn't have like a Nintendo. I wanted a Game Boy, right, a color. Well, Vic, I had told Vic the story of that, and he ended up gifting me a Game Boy Color.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, what was it, like a year ago, maybe?
Like 2 years ago or something?
Yeah, he ended up gifting me a Game Boy Color, which I'll always cherish that, and Vic went ahead and plugged me like it was nothing. So I really appreciate Vic for that.
Yeah, no problem.
But I do have Pikachu on here with the 3M Lightning,
what's up.
so you probably can't see it, but when you hit it with Flash,
It shines.
it does shine. The 3M reflective does hit. But definitely not least, you already know, I gotta take it back to my signature. Right?
Here we go. Here we go.
So as I mentioned,
Trick that beat me the first time.
Black Ops had zombies, right? And there was a cover of Black Ops where it's just him normal, and then there's actually one of him a zombie.
Yeah.
So that's what I went ahead and did. So he's a zombie, And as you can see, there's blood splatter and zombies. But don't forget, you got Jonny Bubbles streaming on the back of the shoe, Victor.
So Jonathan Bubbles. Of course you had to throw on your head on there.
Look at that, bro. So BK wanted me to throw my face on the first shoe, and I told him, bro, I'm never gonna put my face on the shoe ever. And that's when we went with the Stan Lee, right?
Yep.
This time around, I was like, this is all about having fun. This shoe is a representation of me in gaming, and why not put me streaming? This is literally a screenshot from my stream with me with the headset on the back of the shoe.
See that face.
Boom.
It's a beautiful face. Beautiful face, you guys. It's a beautiful face.
And when I seen it final, bro, I was like, this either is gonna make the shoe or break the shoe, and it definitely breaks the shoe.
Nah, it makes the shoe. It ties it all together perfectly. This is definitely a Jonathan Bubbles custom.
And that's it, bro. That's the
full
my
thing.
custom part 2.
Dude, the first time around, I gave you major props because I never customized a shoe.
Yeah.
Second time around, you did it again. Gold foil, sewing. It took me forever to learn how to sew. So you already started sewing on the first shoe.
Yeah.
Glow in the dark, the Pikachu, all that stuff. That's pretty sick, man. Like,
Appreciate
I
that.
expected you to come with, you know, all the tricks.
Yep.
You know, obviously you did. You got the whole controller in the shoe. Well, these shoes came out super sick. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of Jonny for doing a part 2 of this custom. You know, he doesn't customize shoes. He never paints shoes. The last time he did was 3 years ago, literally.
Yeah, it was 3 years
So
ago.
for him to, you know, make this project happen on top of his other job duties, that's big, guys.
Yeah, but I couldn't do it by myself. Once again, man, I want to give a huge shout out to Brittish Kustoms for being my coach and really helping me put my image together on a shoe. If it wasn't for him, there's no way I would have been able to achieve, you know, a lot of these things.
I was like,
so.
you're not using my tools.
Yeah, he was like, you're not using any of my stuff, so I knew I had to get British's help again. He was down with it, and I think, you know, we went ahead and just executed it the best we could. So we want to give you guys the opportunity at potentially winning a customized Astro A40. All you have to do to enter is comment, who do you think won? Me or Victor?
And comment your Instagram handle as well as subscribe to Reshoeminator, subscribe to Astro Gaming, you guys. This giveaway will last 7 days. Next Monday after my video, we'll announce the winner via YouTube Live on October 5th. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, so what's next?
What's next? We wait to see the results.
Okay.
See who won.
All right.
Winner or loser. You know, guess other person. I don't know. Donuts. What do you think?
I love I mean, I'm not supposed to be eating donuts, but I'm with that because I know
A big old box.
I know
of
I'm gonna
donuts,
win,
man.
so I gotta get you the donuts.
I like maple, dude. So prepare for that.
Yeah, maple. All right, we'll go ahead and do it. And don't forget, guys, that I will be going live this Sunday on Twitch. I'm hoping I can get Victor out there all the way to live.
Give me a shuttle.
Yeah.
Give me a shuttle,
all the way
man.
out
I'll
to
be
my
over
house,
there.
but I live pretty far. But I will be streaming this Sunday from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
I
Pacific
might make it
Standard
stop.
Time.
I might make it a little busy, man.
I love it. So make sure you follow me on Twitch /Jonny Bubbles. So make sure you go ahead, guys, and follow me there. That's it. I'm Jonny.
It's Vick Almighty.
We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.
Peace.